Alright guys, Ian Anderson from Central Coast Disc Golf, and we are extremely lucky to be joined by the sexiest voice in disc golf, Nate Sexton. Say what's up to the people, Nate.
Hey guys, thanks a lot.
There we are. And Nate, we are back for the final round of the 2016 SoCal Series Championships, and we got McBeezy, but no Flat Bill boys.
Yeah, that's fine. Even though California probably is the native habitat for most of them.
It kind of is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a good spot to find them, but looks like we got some old school curved bills here on the card.
We do, and some on-point hair from Bobby Musick.
Definitely, and Paul.
And Paul, yeah, for sure, man. Well, let's watch some disc golf, buddy.
Sounds good.
Alright, guys. Bobby Musick has a one-stroke lead over Paul McBeth. Super and Shotwell hanging around, and we're on hole 1, a par 4, 601 foot. And there is this Mando tree coming up here on the right. You could have a long putt if you crush it, Nate, but it's a tough look.
Yeah, that are seriously a crush to look at a 2 there.
Yeah, especially with the late low ceiling and the trees and whatnot.
And the out-of-bounds path.
Yeah, true. Very true. So Bobby is going to be first on the tee with that one-stroke lead. And Nate, I was bragging about the weather on Saturday, and then it rained on Sunday. It's karma.
Probably. Was it a heavy rain or not?
That wasn't too bad. It was California rain.
Yeah, still warm.
Yeah, no Disc Golf World Tour rain. That was pretty brutal. That was a great drive from Bobby. Should be a pretty easy up and down for a 3.
Yeah, it looked like he got down right in between those trees, so not too much obstructing him.
Mm-hmm. I believe that's one of the star destroyers for Paul. And
I would think so.
He does make the Mando there. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
it's a missable Mando if you're really hauling off on it, thinking about getting down there.
Exactly. You get greedy, it'll bite you.
Yeah.
We got Super Kyahakai. So he's kind of taking a little hyzer route here.
Swing in quick enough?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just in front of it. Should be able to get that 3. One of the coolest dudes in disc golf, Chris Shotwell. You can meet him at the Innova Factory store.
Yeah, Chris is a great guy. This is really the a pretty usual cast of characters for LaMirada. A couple of the great players in SoCal, as you'd expect.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the locals of locals, Bobby Musick.
Yeah, Bobby, and then I feel like every time I've ever been to LaMirada, Super is there, and he's playing pretty good.
Yep, he does that. That was a good drive from Chris. Got just inside that Mando tree, and we're looking at Bobby's second shot right here. Ooh.
Wow, that was optically kind of weird. It looked like he was going around the tree for a second and then inside it.
Yeah, I agree. He's throwing a harp, it looked like. And here is Super throwing the Justice. I don't know what the Justice for this shot, Nate. It kind of gets a little skippy.
Yeah, definitely that dry grass came in with a little more angle than he wanted, I guess.
Yeah, so I like this upshot from Shotwell throwing the P2 and just parking it.
Yeah, no skip at all.
Exactly. And he's laying flat when they fade. And there's Paul doing Paul things, getting real close. And Super is lining up the bird. Oh. I'm going to take credit for that one. I think this is Super's first time on film.
Real? No.
I think so, man.
Wow.
Yeah, at least on Central Coast Disc Golf anyway.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's definitely... Man, you never forget your first time on Central Coast.
Nice. There's a Super clean up the par. Paul and Chris made birds along with Bobby. And that's pretty routine birdies for these guys on this one.
Yeah, with the big arm, that second shot is pretty easy.
Yeah, they're all thrown.
The trees are so far apart. There's really not a lot of stuff guarding the pin.
Absolutely. It's taking us to hole 2, guys. It is 210 feet, par 3. Danger here is going long, Nate.
Yeah, and just like there's no. You could only be parked. Would be the only way that this putt wouldn't stress you out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's usually a death putt.
Yeah, every time I play this one, I'm scared. Obviously, you don't want to go be off the tee, so you throw it up there. And every time I'm a little shorter than I wish I was, and I have that putt where you have to kind of go, okay, are we really doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Second hole, got to go for this, and it's always scary.
It is so true. Is that a Mako from Paul right there, you think?
Yes.
I think
that would be my guess.
Yeah, it's flying like one anyway.
Yeah, I believe he has some pink ones and some purple ones he's been using, but I haven't seen the guy for a month or two, so he could have switched some stuff around.
He's been doing that. He's got a Leopard 3 in the bag now.
Yeah, that's probably just because he saw me throwing it so well.
Yeah, that's what he said, actually. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, Shotwell going a little bit long. I should have a look for the comeback 3, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should change. I should change it to say the only putt you're not scared of is after you've already gone OB.
Yeah, true story.
Because then you get that little back uphill putt that doesn't look that bad compared to the alternative.
Doesn't feel quite as good as the bird, though.
Here's the putt that I always have on this hole.
This is such a scary putt.
And I sometimes do that, but not probably quite as often as that man right there.
God, he is ridiculous. Here's Bobby looking to keep pace and keep that one-stroke lead. Oh, no. Ooh.
And that's not even that unlucky. Like, if you miss that basket, that's so likely.
It really is.
Because that hill just gets steeper and steeper. The grass is really short. Especially now with a little bit of water, it's going to really play skippy and slippery behind the pin. Really hard to keep it safe. To be at chain height and still keep it safe.
Yeah, exactly what happened to him. Good birdies from Paul and Super. Chris cleaned up that par nicely. But Bobby lost 2 strokes to Paul right there, and Paul swooped that lead.
Yeah, that's a tough little start, but nothing that's going to mess with Bobby.
Yeah, epic amount of golf left on his home course. We're on to hole 3, guys. Par 4, 789. This is about right where you want your roller to finish up, where Andre's pausing the drum. And he's going to fly over to the basket, which is tucked in next to the street. Sidewalks are all OB, as is the road. That's a really dangerous green, Nate.
Yeah. This is in the long position. I feel like I've even played this tournament in some iteration of a LaMirada event where they called this a par 5. So
yeah, for sure.
It's that hard of a hole. This is a very, very difficult par 4.
Near 800 feet and extremely uphill in your second shot.
And plus the tight green, plus all the trees.
Yep.
Really good, tough hole.
Yep, no joke at all. There's Paul throwing the star Roadrunner, Nate.
Man, he has changed.
Yeah, right?
Looked good, though.
Yeah. Super. Please probably line up a roller, too. It's pretty standard here.
Yeah, I can't really imagine an air shot competing with a good roller just because of how low that ceiling is.
Ooh, he's flirting with that OB on the right-hand side, which you usually don't see.
But to be safe, yeah.
Just
not a beautiful roller there, but I mean, at least it curled up safe.
Yeah. Shotwell, I believe, is also throwing a Roadrunner.
Man, they're really getting them out to the right more than I
Aren't they?
would expect.
Yeah. I think the tee bat's a little bit differently placed in the World Tour, which kind of forces you to the right a little more, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You see that tree on the left there kind of cuts off the perfect roller line a little bit. Here is Bobby.
It's like a good cut on it.
Yeah, he's throwing on the Havoc right there. And
there are so many discs now. I don't even know what that is.
It's ridiculous, man. I just keep up with the Innova ones, and I'm good to go there.
It looked like it rolled well. I'll say that.
It was a nice roller. Super just put a little too much stank on that one, a little too much turn. I mean, he's pin high, but maybe 100 feet right, maybe more.
Yeah.
Gonna be an impossible 3. Shotwell, he's still a good ways out, at least probably 400 uphill.
Those big palm trees, they're skinny, but they catch a lot of discs.
Right?
There's a lot of them.
You got to throw through them, and you just hope you miss them, right?
Yeah.
Bobby with probably the best roller. I mean, Paul might be a little bit closer, but this is still pretty tasty. And that's looking pretty good, but needs to get.
It's so far from over there.
It is.
From what I remember people being more in this position, more left.
Yeah.
And now you have a little bit more of a play to the green. As far right as all those guys went, the basket is really far from there.
Yeah, I think it's that World pad that really gave him that angle in there.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Paul actually goes a little bit long. Paul McBeth problems.
In bounds?
Yeah, he stayed in bounds barely.
Okay.
And here is Shotwell. He's going to be laying up for his par, which is not easy on this green, but he does it well.
Oh, that's great.
He throws that P2 so well, Nate.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. I have always just putted the P2, but there's some people who are just beautiful throwers with it.
Oh man, he's gonna show it off later for sure. He showed it off in the previous round as well. That was Super and Bobby just laying up for pars, and McBeth has a legit look at a 3 here, Nate.
Ooh,
just a little too much want on that one.
Yeah, the right kind of miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Paul always misses high, it seems like. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, not that he misses a lot, but when he misses, it's high, which
Yeah.
you gotta love.
Making sure he's committing to those shots.
He does, man.
Yeah, this is a tough hole.
There it is.
No OB for the group, though. That's good.
Yeah, impressive. And you really don't feel bad about a 4 on that one.
No, I feel like I probably would for that at 80% of the time.
With you on that one. Huge thanks to Anova for sponsoring the tournament, as well as Central Coast Disc Golf coverage of the tournament. And Nate Sexton, too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. We're on to one of my favorite holes out here, Nate. Hole 4, par 4, 645, big dogleg right off the tee, and then you're going way downhill. And the danger here is the second shot going long past that path, which is OB.
Are they playing any of that area short of the gutter OB?
No, that's all in bounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fun hole. It's kind of a unique drive where you can bite off so much if you're willing to.
Yep.
With this huge high ante.
Yep.
And then once it crests that hill, I mean, I feel like a big power thrower could park this hole. It'd be sort of crazy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's possible, I feel like, which is crazy for a 645-foot hole.
Absolutely. Super's taking a pretty aggressive line here, throwing the roller up the gut, which I like when it works.
Yeah, I've played with him before, and that is a shot that I remember him taking. It's kind of a nice kind of local shot that he really has dialed.
Yeah, if they didn't hit that tree, that was going to be some serious distance.
It's definitely more direct.
Yeah, it is. It looks like Shotwell is going big Annie. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't quite fade out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Died a little early, but no problem really. I mean, you're just kind of a downhill shot, sort of a touchy shot into that green.
Exactly. Bobby is throwing the roller, and Nate, that looks perfect.
Oh man, missed the trees.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that is so far.
Have you ever seen one better than that one? Because
up there. That's up there with one of the better drives I've seen. I mean, I've seen a few air shots get way down there.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, a couple rollers. I think that's right in the neighborhood as far as the farthest shots I've seen played here.
Yep. So Chris is all, Ian, what am I doing here, buddy? And I was like, I don't know, man. So he went forehand.
Oh, wow.
Just a little too much on that one, went OB. I should be able to make the comebacker, hopefully, though.
Yeah, it's a kind of a tester. It looked beautiful coming out, just maybe a little bit too quick of a disc.
Yeah. Looking at Super, I think he's throwing that Justice again.
He didn't appear to like that. He turned around really quick.
Yeah, but got good skip and good roll. He's putting at least.
Yeah.
And Paul going, looks like a P2.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, it looks like it on a nice little hyzer line.
It's nice to get out from under those trees. Those last two guys had a little bit to deal with. Paul's just got all the room he needs to put it up high so he can mitigate the skip.
Yep, you get that distance control, and Bobby's copying that line. Or maybe Paul's copying Bobby because Bobby's a local, right? So he probably threw first.
Yeah. Even Paul's fairly local.
Yeah, he is. Oh, Super gave it a good run, but gonna have a comebacker for his par. Shotwell went OB. Looks kind of a rough spot.
That is kind of a long ways.
Didn't it seem like he went out a little closer than that? I don't know.
I would have guessed he'd be closer than that.
Yeah. Misses his 4 attempts. Going to be taking 5. Here is Soup for a par save. Yes. High pro side, and it stuck.
Nice easy birdie.
Yeah.
After that roller, can't do much else.
Right. What a roll. That was fantastic. Paul cleans up the bird along with Bobby. He's taking that one-stroke lead to the next hole. Super and Chris hanging around. And we're on to hole 5. A little par 3 action here. Shot here's left of all these trees with Andre's flying. Kind of a turnover with some really late fade to get up to the basket. There is a hyzer line, but I don't see it very often.
Yeah, this one is the tricky part about this one, I feel like, is just kind of making sure your angles are good to lower the chance of rolling away. Because all those roots and the hillside, this looks perfect.
I think this is that Leopard 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just kind of maturing, getting a little older. He doesn't need to muscle up on Makos all the time.
Exactly, dude.
You know, he's coming joining my team where you can it's okay to smooth a little driver every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure. It was a beautiful throw, and that was
there's that hyzer.
Bobby, he found that local hyzer route. If anybody's gonna know about it, it's him.
Yeah, that was sweet. It scares me a little for the rollaway potential, but that worked great.
Sure did. Super's hanging out a little bit left, but got a friendly skip towards the basket.
Could be kind of a low ceiling putt, but we'll see.
And Shotwell, I'm pretty sure that's a T-bird, but I could be wrong. Flying like one anyway.
Yeah, I was going to be surprised because he threw it. It just looked so easy. Like he threw it a little too soft to really get it to turn.
Yeah. So Shotty with kind of a little scary putt. Definitely some rollaway potential here.
Ooh, close.
He was very close.
Looked like 12, 13 meters.
Super from just a little bit closer for his two.
Ooh.
Not much.
Didn't quite get it up. He didn't have the low ceiling at least, but
No,
still kind of didn't quite get it in the air.
Yeah, kind of maybe afraid of that hill.
These guys are still outside. It's these two guys parked for birdie.
Yeah, unreal. So that's Bobby dropping in along with Paul. They're kind of pulling away a little bit, Nate.
Yeah, the thing that strikes me though, it's like watching this round, you sort of get it doesn't feel like Super's playing that well so far. And look, he's still right there.
Yeah, he's only 3 strokes back of Bobby.
And this is round 3?
Yeah, this is it, man.
So that tells you, I mean, it's tempting to think, oh, I've heard of Bobby. Obviously, I know who Paul is. It's a 2-horse race. But look at Super. I mean, that's 3 rounds and 6 holes in, 3 rounds and 5 holes in, and he is right there with some household names.
He's the best players in the world, right? You know.
Yeah, that just shows you. That's showing you what he can do.
He can, man. He had a really great second round. We are on to hole 6, guys. Par 4, 660. Off the tee is just a little baby hyzer. You're throwing like 250, Nate, something like that.
Well, it doesn't feel like a baby hyzer because I'm throwing the destroyer and I throw it really high.
Are you get a little greedy? You trying to go up here where Paul goes?
Just like Paul's doing, yeah.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to do.
Gotcha.
I mean, throw it up in there. I actually, last time I was here for the World Tour, I threw that shot. My whole group loved it, and when we got up there, it had rolled OB. So
oh no,
that can be a problem. But I do take that high line. I think maybe I must have just hit some trees and fallen down, and it was down across that drainage ditch.
Oh man.
But the garden spot, I think, is where Paul put it.
Yeah. So Bobby kind of takes the baby hyzer I was talking about.
Yeah, he's more for like a low skipper.
Yeah, exactly. And Super puts it in a pretty perfect spot, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Let's see.
Yeah, I like just kind of crushing a hyzer with the destroyer because there is a Mando up there, and like the last thing I want is to kind of try to baby a Firebird or something and maybe not quite get around the corner or get kind of hung up in there. So it's easier for me to just aim high and really throw it hard.
Yep. I believe Shotwell just threw your Firebird, actually. Off the tee.
Good.
Yeah. If you don't have a Sexton Firebird in your bag, you're doing things wrong.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, actually.
Yeah.
They're flying that well.
They really do. See them in every Innova Pros bag. We got Bobby with the second shot, and this is one of the hardest second shots on a par 4 and 8. It's so tough to get close and make it stick.
Yeah, I'm always too scared because that OB on the right, that drainage ditch, you can just barely see it down there.
I believe that's in bounds on this for the Golden State Layout, though.
Oh, okay. Well, then lucky them.
Yeah. If you go across the path, it's OB, but I think the drainage is good.
It can be so scary, though, because you're just like, you feel like you're going to throw a little long or turn over at all, and you're getting away and rolling OB or all kinds of things can happen.
Yeah, it's one of the steepest greens in disc golf.
Yes.
Extremely fast. Paul goes long, which nobody else has done so far. Here's Chris's third shot after a pretty unfortunate second one. See if he can get up and down for his par.
Ooh.
Wow.
Was that as close as it looked?
It was a little long, but yeah, he had it on 2 axes at least. And this is not even an easy layup right here.
No, not at all.
Super played that pretty well. Oh, sit. There he goes. And Bobby with an equally tough layup shot right here. See if we can get it close.
Good angle control.
Yeah, very nice. So here's Paul coming back for the 3.
Ooh, nice.
That's a good 3.
Definitely.
That's strokes on folks, Nate.
Yeah, tricky putt too. That's not an easy one with that slope as we were talking about.
Shoddy with a nice putt as well, saving the par.
I remember playing this hole one time, and things must not have been going my way because I was like 60 feet above the basket,
Uh-huh.
and I had sort of a rare moment where I just decided I'm going to try to run it, and I actually ended up making it.
No way.
And my group, I remember my group just looking at me like, you're an idiot, but good putt.
Accurate.
And they were right. Yeah, they were right. Usually I can avoid those moments, but I guess that time, luckily it paid off. But an ill-advised run at the basket.
Yeah, that's a scary putt. Hole 7, par 5, 835, big dog leg right, double Mando off the tee, which is just super intimidating, Nate.
Yeah, definitely. This is a really technical tee shot for such a big long hole. I mean, you might look at it and say, oh, it's pretty wide open, 835. That's too short for a par 5, but
no,
you really can't bite off that much off the tee.
No, you can maybe 320 or so.
Yeah, with a great skip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Ooh. So I believe he missed Mando right there.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, Bobby, you know?
I can't even see that disc. Where did it go?
It just went straight in the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, right up the middle, but straight in the ground.
Oh, man.
That tree is just getting everybody.
No.
Oh,
what?
no. Oh, my God. Wow.
They could not have done that any worse.
No, that was not optimal.
Wow, that is so surprising.
It is. I'm telling you, it's one of the most intimidating tee shots out at Lamy.
Luck right there.
Yeah, that's a horrible spot to be.
He's right under that other. Oh, that is awful.
Yeah, it's not what you're trying to do.
Weird things happening. So he's just got a pitch, a wasted shot back to the center.
Yeah, he thought about doing something crazy, and he got smart and just threw it out in the middle. Well, he was already smart, but
yeah,
you get my drift.
Man,
yeah, that was a good roller though for a third shot.
That hole.
No, not definitely.
Now
not.
he's down to where he hoped his drive was going to be, but he's already took him 3 to get there.
Exactly, and this is Paul's third shot. Throws a big Sky Annie with Star Destroyer. Whoa, wow. That's how that got up there.
This is from a drop zone?
Yeah, from the drop zone, huh?
Oh, and look at it turn around and roll right back.
That was crazy. I wondered how that got up there. I couldn't see that from the A cam.
Well, that's pretty good from the drop zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of all he's got there is just that overturned roller. Look at this stupid lie. Has to pull his hand back to not break it on the basket.
Oh,
that's super unlucky.
That really was. It was a great shot. Just an unfortunate landing.
I really feel they should, if they have the option at all, rather than just bagging those, they really should be pulled.
Yeah.
If they're in the way of the hole when you're trying to have a big event.
Yeah, gotta agree with you on that one. Looking at Shotty's fourth shot here.
Looked like I slipped out on him.
Yeah, it's getting wet at this point.
Oh, that'll do it.
Rain's coming down pretty good. We're looking at Paul's fourth shot. Hoping to get up and down for his par save.
He's on the dance floor for sure.
Yeah, he's in Paul range.
That's a impressive save if he can make it.
Mm-hmm. Looking at supers up. Wow.
Slow down.
He's throwing some overstable stuff that's skipping.
Yeah, you can tell that action from the wet grass.
Yeah. Real fast. There's Bobby's.
Sit down. Good.
Fourth. They should be a little tap in par. I believe this is Chris's fifth. Can we take a 6? Super. Yeah, this is a layup shot, Nate.
Look how much it's sliding even there. Wow.
Yeah, it was really wet at this point. Let's see the sidewalks.
Sweet.
Outside the circle just bangs it uphill even.
Really a crazy 5 after missing the Mando.
Wasn't it?
That's amazing.
Yeah. There's Chris dropping in the 6. I believe Super's going to be having the 6 as well. We'll find out shortly how right I am.
See, I told you guys it was technical off the tee.
Yeah, no joke on that at all. Yeah, that is a 6 for Super.
Ouch.
Got 2 5s and 2 6s on that par 5, which you don't expect for Open, but that's a tough hole, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, if those are the drives that you're given, they did great to come away with only 2 over for the group.
Yep.
Once you've seen those drives, it could have gotten a lot worse.
Very much so. We're on to hole 8. It is par 4, 595, and this is just a smash, Nate.
Yeah, this is again, it's hard. It's a tough one for me just because, you want to just rip it, but then there's that path and that water.
Yep.
Just making you kind of come back off of it a little bit.
And Paul eagled it last year. He wants it again this year.
Man, if he can do that in the rain. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Well,
that was almost going to be, really close.
That was probably going to skip. I mean, certainly it was going to move left. It was going to be near the basket, I would think.
I think you're right.
Or at least, in that 45-footer that he's been dropping so far kind of range.
Right?
Wow, that's. Could he tell that happened off the tee? Or
yeah, we saw it happen super late. That's
full.
It was a sad moment.
Ooh, that got away from him.
Cut roll saved the day, though.
Yeah.
Just playing it for the nice easy 3, along with Bobby had a great drive and Chris Shotwell. He's playing it safe here. He has the power to test the eagle, but he's playing smart golf.
Yeah, it's with rainy conditions. I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of to me like, who needs eagles? Know, like once it starts getting rainy, I just that kind of goes out the window for me.
Yep.
And maybe some of that's my style of play, but it's just a little bit crazy to press for that kind of stuff in suboptimal conditions.
Yeah, it's a tough eagle as it is when it's dry.
Yeah.
And that was Shoddy with a nice P2 upshot. And there is Bobby parking it. Paul for the birdie save from 100.
That's a sweet looking swirly McPro he's got going.
Isn't it? Paul always has the coolest plastic.
Yeah.
So does Shotwell, too, because he works at the factory store. You should see his bag, man.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous, dude.
How could you not?
He was missing half his discs by the end of the round. No idea where they went.
And nobody filmed it either because the one guy with the camera, nobody would ever think to blame him.
Yeah, exactly right. That's why I carry around my disc bag. Some good birds there. Everybody except for Paul, who lost a stroke to Bobby. And we're on to hole 9, par 3, 430. It is hole 1 on the backside course. And it's just a big old hyzer, Nate.
Wow, this is really 430. I wouldn't have guessed it's that far, but I guess that downhill.
Yeah, it's totally reachable for you guys.
Yeah, I usually throw a forehand on it and reach it.
Well, your forehand's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it doesn't do any kind of 430.
Bobby coming up just a little bit short in that right of the gutter and the gutter are both OB. So that's kind of the danger on this hole.
Yeah, definitely. But if you throw the hyzer that high, unlikely.
Yeah.
To reach the OB behind the pin.
Super playing a little bit safe. Finished pin high left, and Shoddy. Looks like that's gonna work.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, definitely.
Had a babe. And McBee's throwing. I think that's his most overstable Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I think so. Making sure that it doesn't glide on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
In the circle. Well done.
So now we're back onto the Innova baskets. All right.
Yeah, a great putt from Super right there for 2. Bobby keeping pace. Shoddy's making this all day. And Paul ain't got nothing but a drop in, Nate.
That's great. I mean, this hole it's not a hard hole, but it's not that easy.
No.
Where one can just grab a 2. I mean,
right.
No matter how downhill it is.
Yeah,
400 is still a long way.
Usually somebody goes OB or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is a little star frame, and Nate, that is all we got for part 1. Paul with just a 1-stroke lead over Bobby, Super, Chris. They're close.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, should be a great finish to the final round. Everybody, thanks for watching. Nate, huge thank you for joining me. Good times as always, my friend.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you around, and thanks for watching.